Praise God, bro. Yeah.
Yo, what up? What up? What up? Back with another
What's
episode.
good?
Got the whole squad on tonight. Minus P. P's not here tonight, but we got a good crew with us. We got a lot to talk about. Josh, start us off, man.
What's going on, fellas? Welcome back, Christian, real quick, man. Christian missed like 3 episodes, but he's back, though. He's back. Let's clap it up for Christian, man.
Appreciate it.
Welcome back, Christian.
Conveniently, when the Lakers on a losing streak, you know.
All right, shut up. We're gonna start winning.
Lakers need Christian.
But nah, man, let's get right into it, bro. All right, so with the first topic we got tonight, all right, the Memphis Grizzlies fired coach Taylor Jenkins. Right now, the Grizzlies are 5th in the West with a 44-29 record. How do y'all feel about this firing? And how do y'all feel about winning coaches getting fired in the middle of the season? Now, before we start off with Trav, I'm just going to say that this was out the blue. I don't think anybody was expecting this, especially with the season that the Memphis Grizzlies are having right now, which is a pretty good season, you know, all things considered, from last season when the Grizzlies sucked, but that was due to John Morant not being there and things of that nature. But with that being said, Travis, start us off, bro.
Yeah, I think there must be something that the viewers don't know about, because I think you have the Grizzlies at the 5th seed. With I think Ja's only played 30, 40 games out of 70, whatever we're at now. Like, I think it's kind of unfair for you to fire that coach. So I think it's got to be some turmoil behind the scenes that we don't know about, because to even have that team at the 5th spot in the West is a tough thing to do. And like I said, just can imagine if, Ja wasn't hurt, what that team might look like standing wise. And I'll never understand firing winning coaches. Doesn't make any sense, because I mean, I don't think there's just a whole pool of good coaches out there that you can just be like, all right, we can fire this guy because we're about to get this person, this person. So to be in the 5th seed with only, 8 games left or whatever it is, I think seems kind of crazy. You know what I mean? Like, playoffs about to start, bro. Like, I don't know why you would fire that coach unless he lost the locker room. I know I seen something today on ESPN. They were talking about how, the whole Desmond Bain and whoever he shoved the other night,
Santi Aldama.
Yeah, like that might be something. Like I said, he's lost that team where they're not listening to him, or it's the only thing I can think of. So I think it's a bad move, especially if they get if that first round matchup ends up looking like Lakers Grizzlies, they get swept. I think that owner GM's gonna look like, a dumbass. Like, fuck you doing? You know what I mean? Like, why'd you fire your coach that has this team, in the 5th seed in the West, only 30 games or so with Ja? So I mean, bad rap.
Sean, talk to us, bro.
It's gotta be a locker room thing. Like, I saw a report that said that the Grizzlies have not won against the winning team since the All-Star break, except for a depleted Dallas Mavericks, and that was the Dallas Mavericks. So it's like, it has to be a locker room thing. Like, again, the Desmond Bain Santi Aldama incident is completely unacceptable in terms of what you want to be looking like in the playoffs, because it shows that it's not totally united on the chemistry level. And also, the assistant coach was getting heavily scouted, so I'm assuming that they want to retain him on the sake of Taylor Jenkins. But I completely agree with Travis' point. Winning coaches near the end of the season is kind of crazy. Like, I don't think I've seen that in a while. Like, I know the David Blatt, Tyronn Lue, like, that was shocking. And then the Adrian Griffin thing, like, earlier last year. But this is near the end.
Right.
And last podcast, I said about how Memphis are my upset team that could do some damage. They're making me look like idiots.
I also want to add that the Memphis Grizzlies also parted ways with 2 assistant coaches, Noah LaRoche and Patrick St. Andrew. So not only did they ship Jenkins out, but they shipped 2 of his boys out. Go ahead, Ahmad.
No, I agree with Trav. It's like I'll never understand why teams fire winning coaches who constantly win. And when you look at Taylor Jenkins, the Memphis Grizzlies wasn't shit before he got there. He's been there for what, 6 years now, right? He's been there for 6 years.
6 seasons, yeah.
He has 6 seasons, and we can't count COVID. That was a shortened season. Who did he have? John Morant has been gone really in between injuries and off the court trouble. He's been gone for 2 seasons. When he got there, he had nobody there. He has not had any consistent players, and still he's gotten them to the 5th seed in the Western Conference. In the Western Conference right now.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you fire somebody? And not only would you fire him, but you fire him right before the playoffs? Bro, who does that? Who is in the office right now? Who is over here saying, yeah, it's a great idea. Let's fire this man right before the team that's number 5 right now goes into the playoffs in a stat conference. That makes absolutely no sense. And I did hear on ESPN, whatever, they were talking about this. There's been rumblings that he lost a locker room. And what I say to that is, I'm tired of that always being the reason these organizations go to when they fire a coach. Oh, because they lost a locker room. All right. These players don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Because these players, same players that you lost in the locker room, will request a trade next season. It makes no sense to fire your guy, your head coach, who's there for the long haul, for a player who's not even going to be there next season. It makes no sense, bro. So, come on. Y'all got to do better, Grizzlies. Y'all got to do better. This shit pissed me off. I'm not going to lie. This shit definitely pissed me off because it happened all the time. We saw it happen to Doc Rivers, right? Where the fuck is the Bucks now, huh? Where's the organization now? And who's gonna replace him, huh? Like Trav said, it's not a whole line of coaches with experience in the playoffs to guide that team through the playoffs. Come on now, this just makes no sense.
Yeah, I agree. Before Christian, you go. I got a couple more things. This is what the GM said. He said, "I'm genuinely appreciative of Taylor's contributions to this team and this city over the past 6 seasons. This was a difficult decision given the consistent and tangible development of our players and overall success under Taylor's leadership. I wish Taylor the very best going forward." So, like Sean brought up, they're 8-11 since the All-Star break and have the 9th hardest schedule remaining with 9 games left to play. Memphis has struggled against teams over 500, going 11 for 20 on the season, 11 wins, 20 losses on the season.
Because them niggas not hooping. Because you not hooping is my fault. Because y'all niggas not hooping is crazy to me. And also, Josh, don't forget to bring up, he is the most winningest coach in their whole franchise history.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, he is. He is the 250 wins. That's the most.
I'll tell him he's a piece of shit, bro. He's a piece of shit. Fuck you, bro. Fuck your I'm sorry, this is a hard decision. It wasn't that hard, bro. If it was hard, you wouldn't have done it.
Damn, am I?
Yeah. Hey, am I?
Go ahead, Christian.
You go.
Yeah, no, I agree with y'all. I think it's stupid as fuck. Like, I don't know. This is the guy that's been here for like Jaw's whole career. It's the guy that Jaw's like looked up to. Same thing with Jaren Jackson. Like, he's developed their stars, and like even when Jaw wasn't playing last year, he was still doing a good job developing GG Jackson, even though like they didn't have a team. GG Jackson was still hooping. A lot of people forget about it. Like, I think he was a good coach. Like, it was out of the blue. When I saw it, I was like, that's low-key stupid. But like, I think it's probably like how Boston was. Like, Boston, there's some shit behind the scenes. Like, it's probably some bullshit. Like, watch, it's probably like gambling rings, some stupid shit. Just watch. It's gonna get revealed some stupid shit. It's gonna happen, but like, you wouldn't fire one of these kind of coaches just for like no reason. Like, losing a locker room is like, that's the dumbest shit you would like fire a coach over. Like, I'm as mad as Ahmad. Like, this guy's been winning you games, and if you're gonna go face the Lakers, bro, y'all are fucked. Because it's like you're about to go in with no coach, have like some assistant coach like trying to bring the guys together, and they're just not going to be motivated. They're not. Like, they're just going to be like, Jaw's going to be like, fuck this shit, I'm just going to try to hoop, and then they're all going to be mad. I don't know. I just think it's a bad decision. It's low-key fucking their like franchise. I think it's fucking their future up, because next year, like, it's basically a new team. Because like, what?
Look at the Kings in shambles.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they fought. Like, that was stupid. Like, why? Like, that made De'Aaron Fox want to leave. Like,
Yeah.
that's
Yep.
just like, watch. Now that Ja just lost the coach that he's only had for his whole career, he might want to leave now. Like, I don't. That's gonna affect
Take him to
people.
Miami.
It's not like he walked in. He had 4 different coaches in 4 different years. That's the guy that's been there since he got drafted. So it's like you're kind of fucking up the chemistry and like everything, the scheme, like.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like he knows how the players play. Like he's seen Ja develop over the 6 years. Not every coach realizes that, but
That's a
I
good
guess
point because like when you change coaches, you got to change like Christian said, change the system. You know, you got to change the culture. You got to change everything when a new coach comes in. So you
In
guys are
20
all
games,
right. That's
how many games? In 20 games, they're supposed to do this.
I thought it was
Right.
9.
Right.
9, yeah, 9 games.
nine. They got like 9 games left.
Yeah, they're fucked.
I got a question for y'all.
What's up?
Which team would take Taylor Jenkins' coaching services? Because I'm sure he would be heavily recruited.
The Wizards.
Yeah,
Facts.
Yeah.
Wizards, yeah, Wizards, Hornets, any of them shitty teams. Like
yeah.
Yeah.
Jazz.
definitely, yep, Jazz. Like I
Hear
think
me
any of
out.
them
They need a
teams.
coach. He's a great coach for developing players, as we can see.
Yeah,
me
I
out.
wouldn't send him to the Jazz. The Jazz are just
Yeah.
like all in shambles. Their coach don't know what the fuck's going on. The players don't know what's going on. Like none of them know what's going on. They're just in like a limbo.
That's why it'd be perfect for him to go to because it's like you can't get any worse. You know, you
Yeah.
can, and they actually have a few good pieces there that are developable.
But
That's the
I'd
word.
rather see him in Washington because like if they get Cooper Flag next year, like
Yeah.
he got Cooper Flag and Alex Starr, like he's
Yeah,
gonna be fucking smiling with a grin. And he got Jordan Poole.
Yeah.
Like he's
Hear
gonna
me
be
out.
pretty happy.
Hear me out. San Antonio.
That's not
Ooh,
bad.
that's
I mean,
not bad.
we don't know what's gonna happen
I
with
don't think
Pop
Coach
yet.
Pop is coming back.
Yeah.
anytime
I think
Why not?
didn't they say Pop's done, right?
No, he's uncertain. He's like
Uncertain,
uncertain.
yeah. But we
I
could.
put. Go ahead, Josh. My fault.
No, I was just gonna say I don't think he should come back personally. He had a stroke.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's about
Yeah,
time. Like
OD. Like it's gonna fuck up his speaking. Like he doesn't want to keep doing that. Like he just
Yeah.
And when you can't come back, when you do something at a high level and you can't come back and do it at that same high level, it's gonna fuck with your mental.
especially a guy like that.
Yeah.
And I think Jenkins wants to. I think the Spurs is perfect. Washington is cool, but the Spurs is more perfect because you got Wemby, you got Fox, you got Vassell, you got Keldon. You feel me? That's a good core. That's a great core for him. But with that being said, we're gonna move on to the next topic, guys. All right. So the NBA will not be bringing back the mini All-Star tournament. Commissioner Adam Silver said it was a miss. What are y'all thoughts about the format this year? And what does the NBA need to do for the All-Star game to be competitive again? What would you do to make the All-Star game great? Let's start with you, Christian.
Wait, so you mean like mini All-Star, like how they had like the 3 teams and shit?
Yeah, that little
Okay.
tournament with the teams and the 40-point,
Yeah, okay. I mean, I think it's just like it's like 15-minute quarters, right? Like is that what they just do like a normal NBA game?
It was up to 50, I think. It was like they were going up to
They were going up to 40.
Yep,
up
up
to
to
40,
40.
yeah.
Bro, like honestly, like I'd have games of like 21. Like I like that. Like I like the idea of like having like the TNT guys draft the teams. Like I don't really like how the players draft the teams because then there's always like animosity when like how KD when fucking Harden got traded, he didn't draft Harden, he drafted like fucking Rudy Gobert or some shit.
Yeah.
Like, that's stupid. That's stupid. Like you should draft your boys no matter what. But like I think it should be like other people draft the teams, you bring them together, and then you just throw like this year they kind of fucked it with doing like the old heads, the young bucks, like just throw a random team together. Like I'd rather see like maybe 3 teams. I don't know. Maybe they just do like a big ass bracket, do like a whole fucking week. I don't know. I don't know. Like the All-Star game is kind of weird because like it's kind of like the same thing as the NFL. Like none of the players want to try anymore because now they're just making bread and they don't want to get hurt. So it's like they're just trying to sit back and like fuck around the whole time. So it's like it's kind of hard. I think it's not more of what they do with the All-Star game itself. I think it's they got to get the players in the right mentality more. Because the players are like, now it's just fucking, it's mostly just Damon Curry shooting fucking half-court shots half the game.
Yeah.
Like, I really don't want to see that. Like, I'd rather see like fuck it, like go ahead, bro. Let A go get like fucking Anthony Edwards, go get him to like fucking try to dunk on Rudy Gobert or something. Like, I want to see that. Like, I'm trying to see something cool. Like, change it up. Like, play some hoops. Like, that's all I gotta say. Because they don't hoop. That's some bullshit. Like, that's like the beginning of a game of 21 when nobody's trying. Like, they just fucking go ahead, take a layup. Like, nobody cares. I think that's what's fucked up in the All-Star game. Nobody cares anymore.
Go ahead, Sean.
Yeah, like both like everything like in this year seemed to be a miss from the marketing to the care. Johnson like pretty much everything. Like look at the skills challenge and you see that Wembanyama and Chris Paul were just doing fucking Yasi to fucking go to try to move on, but that got them disqualified. And like none of the players seem to be doing good in the dunk contest. The 3-point shooting is still fine for enough for what it is.
Yeah.
Like the celebrity games, they're getting like YouTubers and like E-listers, and then the game itself, like no one wants to watch the rising all-star, like no the rising young talent go against all-star players. So everything needs a complete revamp. Like I don't know what Adam Silver has done to cause this, but
You again, eat something?
there actually has to be some events that people like actually care about. Like again, 1-on-1, even if some scrub players, like people want to see 1-on-1 action. Like people like talking shit, like some actual games that hoopers know, and try to dig into that passion. Because right now it's just like empty idea of void for me. I don't know how to improve it, on honesty.
Well, I know that the past couple of times that the All-Star game has been broadcasted by TNT, correct? And
Yes.
now I think, not that I think, they're moving to NBC. And I don't know, how long we've all been watching basketball, but when NBC had the NBA, shit went crazy. I know Trav could probably attest to that,
Yeah.
when NBC took over and stuff like that. So that's what they're trying to talk about right now, as far as like Adam Silver and NBC partnering up for next year's All-Star game. Do you guys think it's because, I know it's not the players don't want to get hurt, but do you guys think if they added some more incentives to the All-Star game that it would work? Go
Yes.
ahead, Trav.
I think you can fix it. I think there's a few ways you can fix this, right? I think you got to pick up the MLB style of the All-Star game. The winner of the All-Star game in MLB, that division or that conference gets home field advantage. So I think that's something that you can maybe inject into the NBA, where it's like, all right, like whoever wins from the East or the West, that team has automatic home field advantage. Gets the first, how was it 2-3-2? I think is the format.
It's two.
I like that.
So I think
like
is it? Oh no, it's not 2-3-2 anymore. It's 2-2.
No, it's just 2-2-2-2.
1. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
just 2-2.
2-1-1-1-1.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if that's, I think that's one way you could fix it. I think another way would be making these guys. It might sound crazy. Making these guys, they're all super millionaires, multi-millionaires, put up their own cash. Like LeBron, like just listen to it. The guys from the East got to bring up 50K suitcases, put it up. If you lose your money. I think that's going to make the competitive edge of these guys. Like, hold on, dog. Like, LeBron's not going to want to hand over 50K to James Harden in the West because they just lost. You know what I mean? Like, I think
facts.
I think a little bit of, I know it sounds outlandish, but I think that could be a way that you could maybe get these guys to play a little bit heavier. Even if it's not their own money, maybe you have to make that game worth a little bit more money. 'Cause I think right now it's only like maybe 500,000, 200,000 to the loser, some shit like that. You might have to put some more money. The NBA has it, so like you might have to put some more bread for like the winners. Like each winner gets 10 million or something. Even that's small to what they make, but you gotta do something like that. I also would like them see them go back to like the '90s style of just wearing their regular jerseys. You know what I mean? Fuck the jerseys they make now are just some bullshit. Just have them guys wear their regular jerseys, away jerseys, home jerseys. I think that looks better visually on the court, but I think the one that makes more sense and that could actually like happen sooner is making that home field advantage thing something. You know what I mean? If the East wins, the Eastern Conference team has home field, home court
Yeah.
advantage.
Right.
So
I like that idea.
and that's what the MLB does. And the MLB, like that's the only, I don't really follow baseball like that, but I'll watch the All-Star game because those dudes are, they're playing because that's a big thing, like home field advantage is a big thing.
Right.
So I think if you
So,
inject it,
how do they like? Because what if you have people from like 2 people from the West on that team? Like,
nah,
2 people
we gotta go back. We gotta go back and just make it East versus West again.
okay.
We can't have.
They do
You can still have celebrities picking the teams, but it has to be East versus West. I think if you go back to the format that worked, like I said, kind of under David Stern, you know what I mean? Like it has to be East versus West, and then you can actually inject that. You know what I mean? It's cool seeing these guys, play with each other like that, but I don't think fans like us would miss, like, we don't get to see LeBron play with Steph anymore, or that I guess they're both in the West now, but you know what I'm saying, like a East Coast guy play, Giannis play with LeBron anymore. It's like, all right, yeah, we don't see that, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like at least we'll get a competitive All-Star game.
Right.
You know what I mean? The dunk
can have them,
contest.
like,
What was that? No, go ahead.
I was saying, like, if that could work, like they could just have them pick the starters. Like I think they should have them pick the starters, like that night. Like, you know how they do the draft? They should like have them pick the starters. Like I'd rather have Shaq, Kenny, and fucking who's Ernie? Like, I'd rather them pick the fucking guy, like pick the starters, like them, LeBron.
Yeah, see, that's
AD.
cool. That's cool. I think you just have to. You definitely have to go back to the East versus West, and then home court advantage.
Go ahead, Ahmad.
I think the NBA All-Star game will never be great again, and it's Bron's fault. And y'all gonna
here we go,
bro. I mean, I miss, like, I was looking at the timelines. I was doing a little bit of research. I'm like, when did the NBA All-Star really start crossing over to like trash? It started crossing over to trash when Kobe retired and LeBron took over. I'm just saying.
It's cap.
I'm just saying. If you do the math,
they first implemented the Kobe game. Who won the game on the fucking fadeaway? LeBron James, bro. Hit that shit. Posted up, fucking Zach LaVine said, fadeaway. Hit that shit.
I'm saying.
And that was actually competitive, bro. That was very competitive.
Bro, when the league was under, like, when Kobe was that guy, because Kobe had the Kobe era. Kobe is the face of the league. When it was a competitive All-Star game, because Kobe is going to be competitive. Kobe is leading the pack. He's like the guy that everyone's looking up to. Everyone wants to be like Kobe. So when you see Kobe on that court, defense, you know what I'm saying? Players are going to want to play. He's talking shit. It's competitive, because one thing you can't do is I don't know how to make niggas want to hoop. I don't know how to make niggas want to compete. You know what I'm saying? Except for like me compete. So I feel like Kobe brought that energy to the All-Star game. And then you look at LeBron's era, when Kobe retired 2016. I said LeBron's era was kind of like crossover from 2014 to now.
Cap, 2010, bro.
So I'm talking about the face of the league. Kobe was still that, you know what I'm saying? Kobe
wasn't the face of the league. It was Bron still.
Bro,
Kobe won a ring in 2010. That was Kobe's year.
Yeah.
That was in the middle of Kobe's three-peat.
Yeah.
2010?
2010, for sure. We beat the
LeBron
Celtics.
was not the guy. Yeah,
y'all beat
the Celtics.
Yeah, I'm just saying, under LeBron's leadership, bro, the All-Star game has become less competitive. I think it's because he's not bringing the competitiveness to the All-Star game that the Jordans have brought before, that the Kobe's have brought before. So I really do kind of blame Bron for that in a real way. And to make it, I honestly agree with Trav. I think Trav had a really good idea. I think the fact there's nothing at stake. When there's nothing at stake, then you have nothing to play for. So I like the fact, or the idea of having players put their own money up, because it's a whole different story when your money's at stake. It's a whole different story. You play with a little different veracity when it's your money on the line. So I definitely like the idea from Trav, but I definitely got to say that Bron, he definitely under his leadership, the All-Star game has gone to a place where no one even wants to watch it anymore. Yeah.
I also like the idea of if the East and the West going back to that format, and then whichever conference wins, they get that home court advantage. That's a great idea, bro.
I think that's the only. I think that's the only way to fix it. Besides, like I said, maybe putting money up. And I think even in putting the money up thing, it could be $1,000. I don't think those guys, the competitive, they don't want to lose their own money. You know what I mean? I don't think it has to be that high of a stake that these guys have to actually bring. Like they could bring $5,000 to the table. Those
Nah,
dudes,
they gotta be
those
more, bro. They
you think so?
Nowadays, bro, like they'll spend it in the night. You know what I'm saying? $1,000 is not a lot no more.
But they'll spend they'll spend that shit at a strip club, but like to actually bring it up and lose it, like dog, I just lost this in basketball, which this is what I do. Like I'm thinking like the ballers, like KD's not gonna try to hand no one $5,000 because I just lost in an All-Star game. You know what I mean? I feel like even just that little bit of money would make it a little bit more competitive. Besides that, like if they don't want to bring their own money up, the league's gonna have to put up like a bunch of millions for these guys to like actually compete. You know what I mean? Like I said 10 million is probably not even enough. Like you probably have to put up like one of these dudes like salaries, like winning team gets 50 mil each, you know what I mean, for them to actually play.
Damn.
You know what I mean? So
that's sad. You think about
it is sad. And kind of what you were saying, like the Kobe, because I remember those All-Star games, like Kobe, even you can go look it up, like Kobe was locking LeBron down full court in an All-Star game, bro. Like Kobe's a fucking menace, like crazy. Like it was totally different 2012, 13, 14, you know what I mean? And then like the Kobe, like you said, like you brought up, like they played hard during the year Kobe died, but that was because of that situation. That was the Kobe, that was still Kobe, you know what I mean? Like that's why that even happened, you know what I mean? Like so I agree with Ahmad on that point. Like Kobe did bring that, and he kind of had that rolling. Like I think if Kobe was alive still, he'd probably have the answer to all of this shit, and these guys would probably still be playing a little harder. You know what I mean? But
I got a question for y'all. Then why do players, NBA players, in the offseason, in their pickup games, you know, why do they play so hard then? Why can't they bring that type of energy?
Well, we don't know this
game when they on break, they on break, right? They on All-Star break.
They do.
Off-season break.
They be in the Drew League.
We've seen it.
No bitch ass ref, like I said, bro.
We've seen it, bro. They play so hard in the summer in pickup games. Why can't they bring that type of energy?
Because there's no refs, bro. I'm telling you, they can go fucking post somebody up. Boom, boom. They can't do all that fucking, like that dumbass shit that Shea does, fucking getting to the free throw every time. You can't do that. You can't do that. Like, that's what takes away from the game. Like, bro, if I see that motherfucker doing that shit all season, what's going to make me want to guard him in the All-Star game, bro? He's going to just do that shit in the game. You know what I mean? Like, they know how these motherfuckers play. They're like, I don't want to go up and try to fucking, like, they know if Shea goes up for like a fucking dunk or a layup and they jump or try to hit him, it's going to be a fucking foul call. Like, I don't know. Like, I just think, like, it's just like they know how it is. And, like, there's like a different, like, a mentality when they go into that. Like, when they go play pickup, like, it's just motherfuckers in the gym playing ball, nothing else. Like, nobody's watching. They got nobody telling them what they can do or not do. Like, that's what I'm like. They gotta follow these certain guidelines when they're playing with all these refs and shit, so like it ruins everything.
Well, but have you seen like a full game? Because I feel like they don't really play deep. They still not playing defense. The biggest issue is defense. They don't play defense. In the pickup games, they scoring for sure. They going hard getting buckets, but they still not really playing defense like that.
They are, bro. They're playing way harder than in the All-Star game. That's my point. Like,
have you seen a full game though? Like a full like.
I've just only seen highlights, and them dudes are always going off. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Harden, easy 55. You know, like these KD, like these guys are dropping 50, 60 in these leagues, which does lead me to believe like the defense is still minimum. You know what I mean? Like it's still. I think you've seen harder defense in the All-Star game in 2011-12 than you do in these summer leagues for sure.
And are they sharing the ball with like 5 other All-Stars, or is it usually like maybe a couple?
That's the thing.
But there be some times where they have private runs with NBA players where they all come together and play in the summer, bro. Like play pickup games in the summer. It'd be private runs. Yeah, you got professional basketball players. You do got professional basketball players in there that may not be in the NBA but play in different leagues. But it's mostly professionals and NBA players, you know, doing these private runs.
I don't know. I don't know why these niggas who get paid like millions and millions of dollars don't decide to actually hoop in the All-Star game. Honestly, bro, I don't got the answer. I don't got the answer, bro. I don't got the answer.
And the injury thing seems kind of fluke to me too, because it's like, dog, your contract's $400 million, bro. You get injured or not, so it's like,
Yeah,
you get injured. I mean, you can get injured. Like I said, you can get injured in the summertime. You can get injured practicing during the week. You know what I mean? Like you can get injured playing the Wizards. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't like the injury side of that. So I mean, I think that's just an excuse. Like they just gotta nut up. I don't know what it is. Like it's not there anymore.
come and do what you're paid to do. Do your job, Josh. You the employee of the month, bro. Shout out to you, bro. Congratulations.
Shout out to me, man. Employee of the month, bro.
So you already know, bro. When a nigga's paying you money, bro, do your fucking job. It's not like you getting paid. You definitely getting paid for what you're asked to do. You know. So in order for you to keep getting paid, the NBA got to make money with sponsorships and all that shit. So the least you can do is come to work, you know, and give it 110%.
It might come down to being something deeper too, where it has to be something written into the CBA. You know what I mean? It might have to be in those negotiations as far as the All-Star game, even, you know, making that a thing, an incentive, some type of, you know, they got to fix it, because this year was whack. Like I said, I don't want to see. Dog, I knew the old heads were never going to lose to the like, why it's the All-Star game. Why are we? I got dudes on that team I didn't even know who the fuck they were on that Rising Stars team. You know what I mean? Like, why are they out there on the court with these guys? Like, those guys should not be sharing the court with Steph Curry and those boys. Like,
Yeah.
nah. Like, I understand letting people get shine, but like, nah, come on, bro. Like,
I agree with that.
Get
It's an All-Star game, not
get those dudes off the fucking court, bro. Like, get them off the court.
I do not want to see Alex Sarr in the All-Star game just
come on,
yet.
bro. Like, come on, get the fuck out of here.
And then imagine getting the All-Star game just to play 5 minutes.
Yeah, that was also weird. That was weird.
Yeah, see, I don't. Yeah,
that's a waste.
Because I didn't think they were gonna score 40 points that quickly. That shit was quick.
It's quick, bro. Like, especially
they're NBA players, they're professionals.
Everyone's shooting, and you know, the three ball is more profound than it ever has been. So it's like, bro, that 40 points is gonna go back quick.
Yeah, you're right.
I ain't trying to watch role players be on the All-Star game. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
And then all the commercials in between too. They got to cut that shit out. I don't know if y'all peeped, but there were so many commercials.
Yeah,
it was.
So many commercials, and then that Mr. Beast thing.
Yeah,
that took up like 20 minutes, bro. Like it was a lot. It was a lot, but we're gonna move on though. We're gonna move on. Hey, let's talk about Kobe White, yo, and the Bulls, man. Look, Kobe White was named the Eastern Conference Player of the Week. Kobe White and the Bulls have been on a roll. He's averaging 31 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds in the last 5 games, while leading the Bulls to a 4-1 record and even beating the Lakers twice. How do we feel about Kobe White? Does he have all-star potential? And can the Bulls ever be great again? Ahmad, let's start with you, bro.
Yeah, bro. Kobe White, I've been paying attention to him because he was on my fantasy team.
No, I had him.
No, my other fantasy team. Yeah, he's on my but he's been cooking, bro. He's been Mr. Triple-Double ever since what's his name? DeMar left and Zach LaVine left. He's kind of taken over that team, in my opinion. And it goes to show sometimes, you know, you need some people to get out the way so you can shine. And I think that's definitely what he's been doing. But in my opinion, we got to talk about Josh Giddey. Josh Giddey has really been the one that's really been helping that team out a lot. Defensively, offensively, like he's been doing it all, bro. Like this nigga had 8 steals the other day, bro. How the fuck you get 8 steals? 8 steals is crazy. It's crazy. He had almost like a quadruple double the other night. So I think we gotta talk about Josh Giddey. You know, sometimes like he was on the OKC, and we didn't think he was gonna be that, you know, great of a player on the Chicago Bulls, but obviously he's done blossomed into his own role, especially with, you know, DeMar and LaVine not being there. And actually, they're in a better situation than DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine. So I feel like shout out to my nigga Kobe White. He been hooping, bro. He been balling out. But shout out to Josh Giddey too, because Josh Giddey, that nigga been balling.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been rooting for Kobe White. I'm a UNC fan, so like I've been, following him since there. He's balling like that's what I'm used to seeing him ball like. I mean, I think he's averaging like 20 points this year, even besides the last 5. I mean? Like Kobe White, he's actually been, I mean, this has been his year. They look good. I don't know. Obviously, they're still missing some pieces, you know what I mean? But to go to Ma's point, Josh Giddey is definitely a piece that they're going to need, and I think is helping Kobe White look good as well. Giddey, I mean, he's having shit when he plays the Lakers. He drops a triple double. You know what I mean? Like those 2 games he played against us, triple doubles. You know what I mean? That first one, 22-17 and 22-17 and 10, and then the last one, 25-11 and 14. Like he going crazy. So I mean, I think that's a nice little guard combo they got right there. They need one more piece. I think if the Bulls get one more piece,
what happened to Lonzo? Where's Lonzo at?
He's hurt right now.
He always hurt. Nigga.
He's always hurt. Yeah. I mean, Lonzo's a bust, bro. Like that. We got bullied.
He was supposed to be at peace. If Lonzo was like playing like Lonzo should be playing, I feel like they would be.
No. But y'all gotta remember, when Lonzo got there with LaVine and DeMar, they was number 1 in the East, bro. I don't know if they gotta remember when they first got there, they were number 1 in the East.
I know, but
then Lonzo got hurt, and it went downhill because Lonzo was their best defender. Lonzo's a great defender, bro.
Yeah.
Before he was hurt, great defender, bro. But you can wrap it up, Trav. Pause.
Nah. Just that's about it for me. Like I said, I think I don't know what piece the Bulls could get. You know what I mean? I don't know. Obviously, they're not going to get a good draft pick this year because they're playing pretty well. So
they're ninth right now.
Okay, so
they're in the play-in though. They're in the play-in.
They in the play-in. I mean, I think they need another piece, but they're just going to be mediocre. I mean, I don't think Kobe White's not. To get back to it, Kobe White's not good enough to carry that team to make it a thing. You know what I mean? Like even how good he can play. Him and Josh Giddey together, they're just not. They're B level. I would say B level players. You know what I mean? Like they're not good enough to take your team over the top just by themselves.
They're like a Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like that. They're great. Great players. You know what I mean? But they're just you need that A list player. To go with them.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Sean.
I also think that the Chicago Bulls are missing something. They got a really good forward they drafted, Mateus Zubulis. What his name is? He's been solid. Like he's probably gonna get a lot more minutes. I think he has a ton of potential, and that makes me think when Nikola Vucevic eventually does leave, who is the center?
Damn, that's a great question, bro.
They need to invest in a young big man for the future, because Vucevic, like, he should have been traded. Like, he does not fit the Chicago Bulls' current timeline of I don't know what the hell they're trying to do. Either they go for the play-in or they're trying to go on the Kobe White, Josh Giddey experiment. And it's just, you never know with Chicago Bulls. Like, I don't know what direction they're in. Again, I think they need a talented big man, but I don't know. With Chicago, they're like the Atlanta, except I have a good feeling Trae Young will probably be traded.
Christian?
I mean, I don't want to talk about it really. I mean, they beat the Lakers twice in a couple weeks. I don't know what's going on. I mean, I guess they got a couple lucky wins, but Kobe White's a hooper. I'm not gonna lie, he's a hooper. I mean, for me, he gives like Jalen Brunson vibes. Like, like Brunson when he was on the Mavs was like a guy nobody really thought. Like, personally, I didn't think Jalen Brunson was about to be what he is now on the Knicks. So I mean, I'm not saying he's gonna get traded from the Bulls, but like, I feel like he's starting to have like the kind of like Like he's going up in the direction towards Jalen Brunson. Like he wasn't really looked at as like a really all-star kind of guard at first in like the first half of his year. I mean, like first half of his career. So like now maybe after this season he starts to take off and like look at as like a better player, treated with more respect, maybe starts putting more all-star numbers up. Like I mean, he's averaging like what he's averaging now. But like if he consistently does that, he definitely can be an all-star. But like I think he's like he's on like a Jalen Brunson kind of like rise. Like
trajectory.
He was thank you. Good word. He was just like he was getting overlooked for the first part of his career. Now like people are starting to realize like, oh, he can actually hoop. So I mean,
you know what else I think it is? Not to cut you off, Christian. I think the Bulls had him playing point guard a little too much. That's not really his position. He's really a two guard.
No.
He's a two guard. So he's showing his potential as the shooting guard of that team, which is his true position, in my opinion. That's the best position for him to thrive in. You feel me?
Not bad.
Is he a good defender? Because I don't.
Yeah, I think he could hustle, but like
because I know he's a better two guard, but if he can't play defense, he can't play the two guard.
Giddey could play defense. He could make.
Yeah, Giddey's good on.
No, I know Giddey can defend, but I'm saying like if Kobe White can't go in and guard some of the best shooting guards in the league, like he can't play shooting guard, like.
Right, but they could do the Steph Curry thing where play guards the best players.
If Lonzo is healthy, that could be a thing.
And Lonzo too, If Lonzo stays healthy, he still got some good defensive problems.
So what? You want Giddey off the bench then, even though he's hooping?
Nah, you play Giddey at the 1, Kobe at the 2. Kobe at the 1.
But what about Lonzo though? Are you saying Lonzo off the bench,
bro?
Lonzo off the bench.
That could be great, actually.
This nigga literally got a brand new knee.
And a brand new contract.
But Josh, it's hard to use a brand new knee. You gotta understand.
That's what I'm saying. It's hard to use a brand new knee.
Nah, bro. Lonzo Ball, bro. You don't put Lonzo Ball on the bench.
Yeah, you do.
No, you
the
don't.
Fuck you don't put Lonzo Ball on the bench. Stop.
This Lonzo you put him on the bench.
A healthy Lonzo Ball, you don't put him on the bench, bro.
Ahmad,
bro. He hasn't been healthy in 3 years, Ahmad. I'm sorry. He hasn't been healthy. Like, he can't play.
I know he's healthy. A healthy Lonzo
Ball. Healthy Lonzo Ball, yeah.
But do you think Giddey's ready to consistently start in the NBA night in and night out for 82 games?
Yeah, he was doing it in OKC.
Is Tyler Hero ready to do it? Is Tyler Hero ready to do it? If Tyler Hero's doing it, I feel like Josh Giddey and Kobe White can.
I can't compare Tyler Hero and Giddey. They're two different kind of players.
I know. I'm just saying in terms of their productivity and their efficiency.
Tyler Hero's averaging 25.
All right. Kobe White is averaging like
he's 20.
He's in 20. What? He's like 24.
No, 20.
Did they get drafted at the same time, Giddey and Tyler Hero?
Giddey. Let me look that because I know Tyler Hero was drafted in 2019. I think Giddey was
They got drafted at the same time.
Okay.
Kobe's averaging 20 points right now, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 44%.
No, Tyler Hero was drafted 2019. Josh Giddey was 2021 draft.
No, I thought you said Kobe and Tyler.
No, I said Giddey.
Oh, my bad.
Giddey's averaging like 14 right now, but like,
all right, then I can see. Then Ahmad's right. Then if Giddey came in 2 years after Tyler Hero and they're like almost at the same spot, then I can see that. Then all right.
But can I bring up something real quick?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, son.
Think about what Norman Powell said early in the season: addition by subtraction. You look at Kobe White and Josh Giddey after you lose Zach LaVine, and their games have blossomed. Also look at obviously Norman Powell, but also look at Quentin Grimes balling since all the star players have been pretty much injured. Like Embiid, I don't know the fate of him. Paul George, trash. It's just like sometimes when a lot of these players have the time to shine, they could show that they could really ball. So it's like Kobe White and Josh Giddey, they've made the most out of their opportunity to shine. So it's going to be very interesting what the Bulls can do for like in the off season because I still think they need a big man. Because
that's a great point, Sean. That's a great point. That's actually a good point for all the players because there's a lot of injuries going on right now. So all the players know what I'm saying, who have an opportunity like Quentin Grimes, like the Josh Giddeys to like shine and show what they can do. Don't fuck it up, bro. Do not fuck it up, bro. Because
Why we acting like Josh Giddey's not a good player, bro? He was good on OKC, dog. He was a
his
great
role was
playmaker,
insulting.
good facilitator.
But you gotta worry about the off
Garbage.
court
He
issues
just-
too.
Josh Giddey, chill.
Hey, yeah, I mean,
that's what
Josh
happens
Giddey
when
just
you're hooping,
couldn't
bro. When
shoot.
you're
That's why
hooping,
they didn't play him in the playoffs. He just can't shoot threes, but he's been knocking them down right now
that's what I'm
as of
saying.
late.
That's what I'm saying.
been
So when
knocking
you
it
get
down
your
as of late.
opportunity, what did Eminem say, bro? You know what I'm saying? You get your opportunity. You know, you got one shot. You got.
Shout out Kai Jones too. He's been balling for Dallas.
Oh yeah, he's been doing good. Yeah, there's a lot of players who are really showing like, bro, get paid. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get paid out here, and the only way you get paid is to show that you can hoop. Because there's gonna be a lot of moves this offseason, and a lot of general managers who are paying attention to what these players are doing, who might have not got the opportunity to show or to shine like they are now. So they got to take advantage of it.
and I also think it depends on your situation too. Cause I can see you putting a Kobe White. I think we kind of talked about this last week when I was bringing up LaMelo Ball. I think if you put some of these guys on a better team, they would even flourish a little bit more. Yeah, I mean, Kobe's he's averaging 20, and we were talking about Jalen Brunson that last year with Dallas that everyone was kind of sleeping on him. He was only averaging like 16 points down there in Dallas that last year.
It's a
You know what I
fact.
mean? So like, imagine putting Kobe on a Golden State team or putting Kobe on a Lakers team. You know what I mean? Like, just who knows what that could even look like for that player's development, or how they actually look better. Even Josh Giddey, like I don't hate on him too much, but like putting him on a team where it's like, shit, I got a lot of weapons around me now. Like, it might look even crazier. Even if the points sink a little bit, I think the assists are gonna always be there. The rebounds are gonna always be there. You know what I mean? So definitely working with their, the opportunity they got. But I think if they had another piece, those guys would look even better. I don't know if just Zach LaVine or DeMar DeRozan was the right fit for how those players play.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
because those dudes are one-on-one ballers.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you put them on a different team where it's like you facilitate more with someone that's what they do. It might even go up from there.
Josh Giddey, great facilitator, bro.
Yeah.
But their biggest issue is going to be that it doesn't look to be any defined leadership on that team. And when there's no defined leadership, we see teams crumble or they just have no direction, like the Phoenix Suns. Like certain organizations that don't have that specific leadership within there. You don't see them do that good. So that's my concern when it comes to the Chicago Bulls. They need some type of veteran leadership or just like leadership on the team.
All right, guys, that's some good stuff. We're going to transition into some NFL talk. A lot's been going on in the NFL. A lot of signings, So Matthew Stafford has high praises for new teammate Devontae Adams. Will this pairing breed success or will it fail? Also, how far do y'all see this team going? We're going to talk to our NFL guy, Christian. Talk to us, bro. What you think about this, bro?
I mean, I like it. I mean, losing Cooper Kupp and like getting Devontae Adams, it's like I wouldn't say it's the same thing, but they're the same kind of guys. Like they can both do what you need from a wide receiver. Like they can go play slot, they can go play the outside. Like Devontae Adams can go do that. So I mean, when you pair him up with Matthew Stafford, who's a really good QB, and he definitely gets his guys the ball. Because if you watch Rams games, he gets Puka Nacua the ball about 15 times a game, and he makes sure of it. Like, he throws the ball. He whips the fuck out of it. So it's like, I think it's a good fit. Like, it's kind of like an Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, like, reunion, but not really. Like, I think it's a good fit. And especially with a guy like Sean McVay, he can draw up the plays. They have a good running back with fucking Kyron Williams and shit. So, I mean, I like it. I like the fit. I think it's going to work out. Their division is kind of like it's them, the 49ers, fucking the Cardinals, and the Seahawks. So, I mean, like, I think they can win their division. I think, like, they can compete because their defense was playing lights out last year because they got a couple of rookies on their D-line that are, like, really good. So, it's like they have a good team. So, I think Devontae Adams, like, really helps.
Good. That's good. Matthew Stafford said, I have a ton of respect for him, the way he goes about his business and the way he plays the game. He's been a big time in this league for a long time. So happy to have him. I know he's going to be a big addition to our team. So the Rams did sign him to a 2-year, $46 million contract this offseason. And he's 32 years old. So he's still, he's not old. You know what I mean? He still has a lot in the tank. Go ahead, Ahmad.
Ahmad, you're muted.
What is a coach name for what is the coach name for Matthew Stafford? What is the coach name?
Sean McVay.
McVay.
Yeah. I like the way he was scheming last season. I like the way he generally gets Cooper Kupp open. I feel like Cooper Kupp, was obviously a great player, but I feel like a large part of that was because of the coach. So I feel like you take someone like, Devontae Adams, who's already nice, and you pair him with a coach who knows how to get you open. I feel like that's going to be a great fit for him over there for sure. So I like it. I like it. Will it fail? I don't know if it's going to fail yet. I feel like it's too early to say. We just gotta wait and see on that part right there. But I do like the way it looks, the way it sounds.
Go ahead, Trav.
Yeah, I think the Rams. Like I said, if you ask me, I think you can still argue that Matthew Stafford is a top 10 quarterback in the league. So I think you add in a Devontae Adams, who's still, I would argue, a top 10 receiver skill in the league. With Puka and Tutu Atwell, Tyler Higbee tight end. You said Kyron Williams running back. That offense is going to be deadly. I think they win the division easily because I think the Niners are in shambles. The Seahawks aren't good. Like I said, the Cardinals, maybe if they, because Kyler down there, that offense could be something too. But I think the Rams win that division easily. I think that's going to be a really good team. It's going to be fun to watch. Go back to the McVay thing. Like when you have certain coaches who know how to scheme differently, we might see Devontae have a breakout year. You know what I mean? Like back, 8 years ago with Aaron Rodgers type shit. You know what I mean? We might see one of those type of years with Devontae Adams. 'Cause I still think he has a lot in the tank. No super major injuries. You know what I mean? I think that's going to be a difference of why they were cool of letting Cup go, because he was kind of seemed like he was always getting injured, always banged up. So I mean, I think with Puka on one side, Devontae on the other side, I think that we're going to see some fireworks.
So hold on, can I say? Oh, my bad. I just want to say one more thing. Honestly, this is his first offensive coach in a while too. Like a lot of the coaches he's been having, in the Raiders, what's his name? Antonio Pierce, right?
Yeah.
Defensive minded coach. And then Robert Saleh, when he was there with the Jets for a little bit, he's a defensive minded coach. All of it, the Jets and the Raiders, both defensive minded coach. Matt LaFleur, he's on and off with decent offensive schemes, but Sean McVay is offense. So it's better for him.
Go ahead, Sean.
Christian's giving me optimism for the Devontae Adams thing to work, in all honesty. He's bringing up a lot of good points. Obviously, the offensive-minded head coach is Sean McVay. Sean McVay is a Super Bowl winner. He is a very great coach. Plus, you mentioned the defensive young talent that they have. At first, I was not going to answer this question at all. I was not going to lie. I was going to say, I have nothing. But after this, everyone else is everyone's points. Yeah, the Rams could be a very solid team to watch, sneakily win against a big team in a regular season. And don't sleep on Matty Stafford. I'm sure he has some talent left in tank. And Devontae Adams, 32. No big injuries. It's just a matter of can Devontae Adams be back to what he was in Green Bay?
I think, just
go ahead,
wrap it up. I don't think you can name me 10 quarterbacks better than Matthew Stafford. I think it'd be hard for you to name me 10 wide receivers better than Devontae Adams. I think it's just going to be, I think it's going to be it's kind of a match made in heaven. I know people thought him and Aaron Rodgers at the Jets were going to be that, but I think the Jets, like I said, with Salah there and just the mismanagement of organization with the Jets, just what they have, it just wasn't going to work. And I think the Rams are a solid organization now. Great head coach and just the weaponry. I think it's gonna look good.
Plus, Matthew Stafford seems to be actually focused on football, unlike Aaron Rodgers.
Right. Aaron Rodgers wants to go and
Like,
wants to go to
dark room.
retreats and
Dark
smoke
reach.
crack on the off season. You know what I mean? So
And always making daily, weekly Pat McAfee shows instead of producing good results.
But let's move on. I know Trav's been waiting for this. The Baltimore Ravens have extended coach John Harbaugh for 3 years. There's no financial details right now at the moment. But what does this mean for the Ravens franchise? Can the Ravens ever get over that hump? And how do you feel about this current Ravens system? Trav, since this is your team, bro, we're going to let you take it away, bro.
I'm kind of torn. I fuck with Harbaugh a lot, but I think it's just it's a nostalgia legacy thing at this point because he's only got, since he's been, we only got one Super Bowl, right? That was 2012, if I'm not mistaken.
With Joe Flacco as a quarterback.
Yes, one of the most amazing playoff runs ever. You know what I mean? Who we went through the Colts who had what's my man who retired early? What's that quarterback's name? Blew through them. Andrew Luck. We went through Andrew Luck. We went through
It was on the
Peyton
Ravens.
Manning. Went through Tom Brady. You know what I mean? We had to get through that to get to the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? He's definitely like a great players coach. I almost like compare him to like Mike Tomlin. Like he has your locker room. You know what I mean? Like he's just gonna always have those guys playing hard for him. I won't say he's the greatest head coach, but I think for what's out there and what works for Baltimore, I think that I like the signing. You know what I mean? I hate that we lost last year. We lost our my man who's coaching for the Seahawks, Mike McDonald. I hate that we lost him. You know what I mean, as our defensive coordinator, but I would almost argue that I'd rather have him as a head coach for the Ravens than Harbaugh. But yeah, I mean, I'm cool with Harbaugh being, extending him. I mean, I think we know that we're right there. You know, I mean, we're right there. I think we're right there to a Super Bowl. So you don't get rid of that coach. Go ahead and extend him. Lamar's still in his prime. Like let's see what he can do. If we don't get it done in these next 3 years, it's got to be a wrap. I would say if we don't get it done next year, you almost might have to just get him out of there and just pay him this contract. You know what I mean? Like, there's no reason for us not to win a Super Bowl. Yeah. That's where I'm at with that. So he's on the clock with me at least. You know what I mean? Like we're 13 years, 14 years.
Yeah.
Like it's time. Like, come on now. Like you're still a lot of his legacy is just based off of that Super Bowl win, and we haven't done much since then.
Go ahead, Sean.
Yeah, I don't think there's any coach out there worth John Harbaugh.
Yeah, Harbaugh.
Obviously Super Bowl head coach. Like Lamar Jackson is still at the peak of his career. You got DeAndre Hopkins, Derrick Henry still there. It's just a matter of being able to make that mental hump. I think it's a mental thing when it comes to like these players. Like I know Lamar. I love Lamar. Like obviously, like he needs to get to a Super Bowl to get his respect among casual fans who probably think he's just a playoff choker, because he redeemed his first half from against the Bills, and then second half that Mark Andrews, like what the hell is he doing? It's just a mental thing, and if they can't get it done, it's like I don't know how they can't get it done this year. Honestly, they got Lamar, Derrick Henry, DeAndre Hopkins. Do they have anyone on Zay Flowers? Do they have anyone on defense?
Yeah, I mean, on defense, we still, Kyle Hamilton, big safety. We still have it's my cornerback from Alabama. Always forget his name. He's still there. All-star Pro Bowl cornerback.
Marcus Williams.
We have a lot of good pieces on the defense is always there. I mean, our defense is always on point.
Just make up for the loss of your defensive head coach. Get some players in the draft. Like help out O-line. You can never go wrong getting some O-line help. And who do y'all think you guys need, like in terms of like what positional needs in the draft?
I honestly don't think we need necessarily anything. You know what I mean? Like I feel like
they need to win the Super Bowl.
Like you said, like Sean, you like
need
that,
to do.
Sean, what you said is literally what our problem is. It's mentally like it's this playoff mental thing. The boogeyman and
Yeah,
Patrick Mahomes. Like now it's the Bills boogeyman. Like, it's like we smack them in the regular season, but then lose to them in the playoffs. It's like we just need it's mentally what's wrong with the Ravens. Like we have a top 3 team in the league. Like there's no reason why we shouldn't rip off Super Bowls. You know what I mean? Like there's no
yeah,
it's not acceptable. You know what I mean? Like it's us killing ourselves.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. Maybe like maybe just need a veteran leadership. Is probably what y'all need. I don't know who, but they need
I,
some sort of guy who be able to get them out because you need a player like that who's like you don't hassle them off like who's just there.
defensively, like we got Roquan Smith still. You know what I mean? Who we took from the Bears, who's a monster.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
And
y'all.
the
Y'all at
corn.
one point had Calais Campbell.
Yup, we had him. I think it was like 2-3 years ago.
Okay.
Yup. And the cornerback, I was thinking it was Marlon Humphrey. Marlon Humphrey's our
Oh
our
yeah,
captain cornerback. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
Kyle Van Noy, we have a squad on the defense, and the defense isn't a problem. It's when we get into those weird situations, I was blaming it on the offensive coordinator. I feel like sometimes when we get into those matches with the Mahomes of the world and old buddy
Josh
from the
Allen.
Bills, we
Yeah.
try to like make Lamar that type of quarterback. It's like Lamar doesn't need to be throwing the ball 40 times a game. Like that's not winning Ravens football. Like run the ball, let Lamar throw it 20, 25 times, make the plays when he needs to make the plays. But we need to just like we always shift away from that in the playoffs. You know what I mean? There's no reason for him
Yeah,
to try to outduel Josh Allen or outduel Patrick Mahomes. Like you turn him into a
yeah,
quarterback, he's never plays like in the regular season, but now in the playoffs, you want him to throw the ball 30, 40 times. Like that's our problem.
yeah. Hopefully they get it done. Like Lamar Jackson's from my area, five,
He
6.
need he
So
needs one.
he needs one to represent us, the Palm Beach County. So
Go ahead, Christian.
Yeah, like everyone's, and I think it's just like a mental thing. Like every QB that like wins the Super Bowl, or just like wins, they always have like the first couple of years of like struggling, just trying to get to the playoffs. Like Mahomes, even when like first starting out in the playoffs, he still had to go against Brady in the AFC Championship and he lost. But like Lamar is just like you give him the pieces and he does the job. It's just like everything goes wrong for some reason. Like I don't know what it is, but every time you watch a Ravens playoff game, like they're doing good, they're doing good, they're doing it, and then it's just like some bullshit happens. You're like, what the fuck? And you're like, what? And then it just
Mark
happens, and you're like,
Andrews.
damn, that shit just happened. Like, and then like you don't know who to blame. Like it's not like you can't put that on Lamar because Lamar had a good game. So you're like, I don't know what's happening. Like, and I would have put it on John Harbaugh because John Harbaugh is like one of the guys, like, and he's like an Andy Reid in the NFL. Like, you can't fire John Harbaugh. You can't.
No,
You're not gonna
no.
fire John Harbaugh. He's been there fucking however long he has. Like, it's just like I don't know. Like they gotta win. They gotta.
Bet
If
not
they
to.
don't win next year, like I think it's like Baltimore is on fire. Like they don't know what they're gonna do next year. Like, if they don't
Herring
win,
For
injury.
real.
like Baltimore's on fire. Like the
Yeah.
whole front office is gonna be like, what do we do? Because like they're gonna be like, do we trust the guy that's been here 13 plus years? Do we trust the guy that we drafted that's won multiple MVPs? Like they don't know where to go. Like they have Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson. Like
Yeah.
they should be winning games. I mean, like they should be winning playoff games, no problem. But it's just they just struggle. Like they said, it's a mental thing. I don't know.
Yeah. And plus Tom Brady really endorses Lamar Jackson. I trust Tom Brady's word over anyone in
Yeah,
the
I don't think Lamar's the problem. It's not
Yeah,
like
no.
Lamar's the like he does like he almost won MVP this season, so it's not like he's the problem. Like,
Yeah.
Should have won MVP.
yeah, should exactly. He
I
should have
think he
won
should have.
MVP. He
but-
had better stats. But
Yeah. But could you all apply that it could also the mental thing could also apply to Buffalo?
no, I think Buffalo's different because I like John Harbaugh better as a coach than I do Sean McDermott. I don't like Sean McDermott. I don't know why he's still Buffalo's head coach. I don't, because even before Josh Allen was there, he wasn't really doing anything. Like he's been there for a while. He's been there since like 2014. Like he was there with Tyrod Taylor, LaShawn McCoy. Like he was there for a while, and he hasn't done anything. So it's like that. I think that's more on the coach. Because last season, all that what Josh Allen was doing, that's not Sean McDermott. That's their offensive coordinator. Their coordinator is drawing up everything. Because McDermott, I don't know what he does. I really don't know what he does. But John Harbaugh, like, you know what he does. He makes sure the defense is where it's at. He talks to the QB. He runs the offense. Like, he's involved. But McDermott, I don't think he's involved as much as Harbaugh.
Okay.
Go ahead, Ahmad.
Yeah, John Harbaugh is in the same boat as Mike Tomlin, in my opinion. If you don't get it done this year, similar to Mike, you know, they both gonna be gone because at a certain point, you know, you got to ask a question: why are we still accepting mediocrity? You know, and it might be one of those situations where it's like they fire him just because they don't know what the fuck to do. You know, like when sometimes when an organization don't know what to do, they just start firing niggas, bro. They start rebuilding. Because like Trav says, like what do you do? You know what I'm saying? Like we don't know why we're losing, so we just gotta start getting rid of niggas. I think it's gonna be one of those situations now. John, he's been there since 2008. And I'm comparing to Mike because Mike has also been like at the Steelers since like 2008 or whatever. So they both like the longest coaches right now in the NFL.
Yep.
And both of them share the same shit where like they're getting congratulated for like one Super Bowl and making it to the playoffs multiple times. That don't really fly with me. So I just feel like they're in the same boat. And I feel like similar to y'all sentiments, if you don't get it done this year, it's going to be over for him. Not because necessarily he's like a bad coach, but it's just because, you know, sometimes you're not a bad coach, but you're just not a right fit with that organization.
Nice. Good stuff, guys. We're going to move on to our next and final topic for the night.
Of course, you want to talk
Giants. My Giants, man.
Of course.
So we got the Giants are signing Russell Wilson to a 1-year, $21 million contract with $10.5 million guaranteed. How are we feeling about this signing? And what do the Giants do with their pick now that they have two QBs in Jameis Winston and Wilson? Let's start with you this time, Matt.
I don't know. The Giants, this is like you seem all happy and shit that they signed Russell.
I'm happy, bro. You see, I got the New York blue on. You feel me?
And I hate it. I actually hate it, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I hate the fact that you're happy about this.
We haven't had a solid QB since Eli, bro. I'm happy.
A Giants fan does to you, bro. It rots your brain and makes you happy about mediocrity.
I'm happy. I just want to make the playoffs.
Why are you happy about this, Josh? This is insane, bro. Russell Wilson is one of them quarterbacks where like he's won. Okay, he won a Super Bowl for sure. Like he could have won two.
Should have had two.
Bro, it's like where we're at now with him is like he's just not him anymore. He's not him. He's like, I'll give it to you. He's a good like in the meantime quarterback. You know, he's a good in the meantime quarterback. You combine
right now, I'm in the meantime with the Giants, bro. I don't give a fuck.
You combine him with Jameis Winston, the nigga who threw 18 or 14 picks. Like, I don't know. It's a weird.
And he'll throw 14 picks. That's cool, but he'll throw for like 300 yards too, bro. You feel me? Come on, bro.
Bro,
that's a fact.
It's 14 picks. like he. Bro, you obviously saw last year that shit wasn't working for the Browns. You know what I'm saying? That shit, everyone was all happy until you over here throwing picks and pick sixes and all that shit. Like, it's good when it's good and it's bad when it's bad. And I think that's the last thing New York needs right now. And honestly, I like Russell, right? I like Russell, but I don't think Russell has the right personality to deal with New York fans. You know what I'm saying? It's a tough place in New York. So I don't know if he's going to be able to withstand that. And as far as like their pick, I know at first I was thinking they were gonna pick up Shador. I think they might still pick him up because they're just trying to get the right quarterback, and they only signed Russell to a 1-year deal. You know, so they might be signing him for that 1 year at a steal for like $21 million to develop a player like Shador Sanders. And then transition Russell out and let Shador take the reins. I think honestly, if that's their plan, if that's their idea, then that's a way better. That makes sense to me. But their idea is to run with Russell. You're bugging. You're bugging.
Go ahead, Trav.
I mean, I'm not too hard on him like Ahmad was. I think Russ still has, I mean, all right, pause me. Uh, I think Russ still has a lot in the tank. Still has one of the prettiest deep balls in the game. You know what I mean? I think he's still accurate enough where he can make some things happen, especially if you give him some weapons. I think with what they got the third pick,
Yeah,
if Hunter slips to him, which I maybe can see happen because I'm not sure what I think Tennessee is scrambling. I don't know what Tennessee thinks.
I
I
think
don't
they're
think they
going
know what they
Cam
want to
Ward.
do. I don't know if they want to draft a quarterback or if they want to draft, Travis Hunter. So Titans might fumble that. I think the Browns are going to I won't say for sure, but I think the Browns go either with that defensive end or they're going to get a quarterback. They're going to pick up Cam Ward. Uh, and that leaves the Giants there at 3. I think you have to pick up Hunter or you got to pick up Gently. I think that running back for Boise State. I think you got to get
oh
some
yeah,
weapons.
yeah,
Yeah, because I feel like the running back y'all got up there.
garbage.
Yeah, who was it starting? Is it Tracy?
Yeah,
Tracy. He only had like 5 tutties this year. He 800 yards. I mean, I'm not too impressed with that. I think you have to, if you're doing the Russ experiment, you got to give him some weapons. You can't. I think Russ is always in. When he's played, he's had weapons. So if you're not going to get him any weapons, it's going to be mediocre. It's not going to be a thing. Ahmad did bring up a good point of maybe drafting Shador. I just don't know if Shador is. I think Shador is going to come into the league and start. I don't know if he's. I mean, just with the ego thing and just being. I mean, Shador. I don't know if he's coming into the league to sit behind anybody. You know what I mean? I think he's going to go to a team and he's going to start right away. So, I mean, it's the Giants, so I don't know what what I mean? Like they might fumble this all too, and just they might pick a defensive end up and think they're doing something cute, and it's like, dog, what are y'all doing? You know what I mean? But like I said, I did say in the group chat, like if they get Hunter and have Neighbors on the other side, Neighbors and Hunter with Russ at the helm, I think
that's
that could be,
solid, bro.
yeah, that for sure. I think that could be a nice little, what I mean, offense. Still, you still got to worry about the line and the running back. So, I mean, that's in that division. Still, you're not winning the division. You're fighting with the Cowboys to be third or fourth. You know what I mean? Division's tough. Eagles and Redskins coming out, or Commanders are coming out of there. So I mean,
I
it's
mean,
the
we won
Giants.
3 games last season, bro. I
So
think.
y'all might get 6 this year. You know what I mean? Russ might add 3. He might give y'all 6 wins. 7 wins, y'all might get a couple extra ones over the Cowboys, a little squad
Bro,
here and there, but
I just want to sniff the playoffs again. We sniffed it
No
2 years
rule.
ago, bro, and then we shipped away our boy Saquon, and they went ahead and won the fucking Super Bowl, bro. Like,
Yeah, Russell
Probably the
now.
most freest Super
Blue,
Bowl of
right?
all time,
Blue.
not gonna lie.
it's
not
crazy. Bro,
not going to sniff it this year.
I think we might. I think Russ will take us to the playoffs, bro.
So you got 10, 11 wins from 3 wins. Russ is giving y'all that in
Yep,
that
10,
division.
11 wins.
Bro,
In that
he hasn't
division.
brought Broncos to the playoffs. He hasn't brought the
I see it. I
Cowboys to the
believe,
playoffs.
bro.
He's gonna
So
bring
so
Giants to the playoffs. All
so
right.
so the Eagles and the Commanders are going to be in the playoffs. Where do the Giants fit in?
Nowhere.
I believe,
Ain't no.
bro. Call me optimistic, bro. Call me
Hey
delusional.
man,
Call me whatever you want to call me, bro.
You're delusional.
delusion.
I
We'll,
like
we'll
this.
go with delusion. We'll go with
Go
delusion.
ahead, Christian. Go ahead, Christian.
I mean, I see the vision. Like, if I'm the Giants, like, yo, hire me right now. Listen here, Giants. I'm telling y'all, I got your plan, bro. I know what y'all want. Listen, I've been running the mock drafts. I've been looking. Cam Ward's going 1, no doubt. He's going 1. He's been hooping. He's going 1. 2, either Shador or O lineman. So it's like you're escaping it. You know what I mean? You're getting away from Shador is what I would want. At 3, it's either you go Abdul Carter, the kid from Penn State. He's a crazy edge rusher, or you go Travis Hunter. Like, those are the only 2 guys I pick with that pick. But I would stay away from Shador. Personally, I hate Shador Sanders. I don't believe any of the hype. Trust me. Look, I've seen these QBs. He reminds me of a Jamarcus Russell. All that hype, he ain't nothing. Watch. Like, you see it. I can see it. But you see it in these QBs in college, you could like be like they have a flash. I haven't seen a flash from Shador. I don't see it.
Wow.
Every
Shador.
time there's like last year, they were supposed to be an ill powerhouse. Like, yo, they're gonna make the playoffs. They got their ass wiped by like every decent team. They got their ass handed to them by Kansas. Kansas, are we serious? They got fucked up by Devin Neal, like a decent running back. Like, you got to put in all these factors into play. Like, I don't like Shador, so I think Russell Wilson is a great sign. Like, that's a good signing for this year. Like, you don't need your QB this year because this isn't a QB draft. Next year's a QB draft.
Hey,
So, like,
Christian, you don't like them going with Ashton Genty if they get him? You don't like?
not this one, not this draft. Like, I like Ashton Genty. I'm not a hater. I think he should have won Heisman, but like, I think it's too deep of a draft because if you look at like the running backs in this draft, you can go get a lot in the third round. You can go get Scatterboo, the kid from Arizona State. You can get Ollie Gordon. You can get Dylan Sampson from Tennessee. Like, there's a lot of guys you can go get that are great running backs. Like,
Okay.
so it's like I think you'd rather go get Abdul Carter and Travis Hunter in the first because those are like guys that can change your team quick. Those are the guys that you can put in and they're gonna like produce. So it's like I think their vision is get Russell Wilson, let them play, let a guy that been in the NFL that's led a team to the playoffs to the Super Bowl, even if they're trying to get that. I don't think they're getting that. I think they're just playing for next year. Like, the Giants aren't a winning team right now, and they're not going to be a winning team next year. I just think they're building their future because if they can look at this draft and be like, okay, we can fill positions that we need around our quarterback, and then like get our quarterback in the future. Because right now, there's no QB in that draft that they can lean on at all. At all, no QB.
I'm clipping this. I'm clipping this, Christian. I'm
Clip
clipping
it. No, please do, because I think Cam Ward is 10 times better than Shador. Any team that gets Shador Sanders is fucked. That's a waste of a draft pick. Waste of a draft pick.
Wow.
Yo, I'm like this. You know the airplane landers that are like this, bro? I'm like this, waving my arm. Like, do not draft Shador Sanders. I'm telling you, do not draft him. Oh.
Christian, one more question, because you know you seem like you know your shit with football. What do you think of the old buddy from Ole Miss, the quarterback from Ole Miss?
I like Dart.
Jackson Dart. Yeah.
I love Dart. Dart dude, he's a good like pocket quarterback. I've been seeing things where it's like he might get drafted by the Rams, and I love that. Like, if he develops behind Stafford, like you said, he's a like arguably a top 10 QB. That'd be great for the development of like McVay. Like, he could develop the fuck out of him. Like, I think that would be perfect.
So Christian,
Okay.
where would you put Shador in the draft then?
I don't know, wherever he
Probably
like,
the fourth round.
ready? Hold on, let me look. Give me a second.
That's
I'm looking at a draft. I'm looking at a mock draft. I've done these a couple times, bro. Like, they got him going like 9 to the Saints. Like, I don't think I would not waste the top 5 pick on Shador Sanders. And if people think that, like, look at me, everybody, all the viewers, whoever watches this, you're going to waste the top 5 pick on a guy that denied the combine? What? Come on. There's guys out here at fucking UMass Amherst busting their ass, getting fucking like record-breaking combine. Like, if they went to the combine, they'd be a top 3 player in like the player pool. So like, look, you're a top player in the country and you're denying the combine. You're a fucking idiot and you're stupid.
Ooh,
Nobody wants to draft. I wouldn't draft you. If I was a GM and I saw that, I'd be like, cross him out. Even if I needed to cross him out.
He's trying to go viral for real, bro.
No. This is my personal opinion. I'm not even trying to go viral. I don't like Shador Sanders at all. I don't.
All right. Sean. You give us your take so we could close up, bro.
We might have to do a co-edit base because Christian gave us a lot. But I enjoy it. But whatchamacallit, in terms of the Giants, obviously the QB, drafting QB, not going with the Giants going for at all. They got Jameson Winston. Somehow I didn't even knew that because as soon I think Josh or Ahmad said they had Jameson Winston, my mouth dropped. Yeah. So I think of whatchamacallit, I was leaning towards the running back that Trav said, but Christian said it's a deep draft, and I don't know what defensive pieces the
No, our
Giants have?
defense is very good. We
Yeah.
don't
Then
really need the defensive players.
All right, then for me, I'll probably go with the running back. But like, you give Russell Wilson weapons. Like you guys have Malik Neighbors, very promising talent on the wide receiver end. Obviously, Russell Wilson, very elite quarterback. Obviously, his veteran experience, his wisdom would be able to transform, get these guys excellent knowledge on how to make it in this league and how to succeed. And whatchamacallit, in terms of like now, because Shador Sanders has been on my mind, like Jamarcus Russell, like
I'm telling y'all, like, watch, bro. He's gonna have that like the cocky ego, like, go fuck yourself. I'm Shador Sanders. Like, that ain't gonna fly.
I'm going to keep it. I'm going to
You're
put
telling
notes.
you're gonna go draft a
Draft
guy
pick.
that needs his dad to go win every game. Like, come on,
Bro,
bro.
that's not fair. Come on, Chris. That's not fair, bro.
See,
That's not fair, bro.
I would. That's the
Bro,
only thing.
he was begging his fucking dad to come back. His dad got like kicked out of the league, and he was like, "I need you there for me to win." Like, bro, are you dead ass? You're a grown ass man saying that. Like,
Yeah, like he's like, "Come back, daddy. I need you, daddy."
You going
nah,
super
bro,
hard
nah.
on you going super hard on Shador. The only thing I would disagree with Christian with the whole not throwing at the combine is there's been great quarterbacks who have passed up on the combine. You know what I mean?
I know that.
I know, but okay.
I think Christian just wants to see more.
I know
Obviously,
that. It's just like, like those great quarterbacks, you see something, you're like, those are great quarterbacks. Those are like Heisman winning quarterbacks. So like they have every right. Fucking RG3, if he wants to go deny the combine, he has every right because he's shown everything on that field. Shador Sanders hasn't. That's all I gotta say. He hasn't.
all right.
So it's like
I love it.
you
bro.
haven't
I love
deserved
this,
the
man.
players that
Josh,
deny
you
the
got
combine. Abdul Carter, for example, he denied the combine. He deserves every right to deny the combine because he showed what he did. So it's like, if you show and perform, you don't got to go to the combine. He didn't do that. He lost every game that he needed to win. So
Yeah, but,
I mean,
but it's funny you said Christian because it's cool because you hate on Shador when he does it, but it's cool when Bronny does it, huh? All right,
bro,
cool.
we're
Well,
talking
then
about
when
the
it comes to
50
Bronny, y'all
55th
cool. When
pick,
it comes to
bro.
Bronny, y'all cool.
what beautiful position.
55th pick, bro.
What are
Who
we talking about?
cares? Who cares, bro?
Yeah,
if we
like
talk about Bronny, this episode is gonna go on for 30 more minutes. Look, wrap us up, bro. Pause.
Yeah, come on, bro.
Wrap
Stop.
it up, bro.
yeah.
Come on, you're just trolling. You know that's a troll.
Trolling, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
now
not
it's a-
trolling.
He's
I'm not.
trolling, bro.
I'm not trolling. I'm not trolling.
Shador
because-
Sanders
bro.
has
It was a troll move.
He's a
like,
starting QB on the football team. You got to understand. A football team, the QB is like the guy. Like that's the guy that runs the team. He got the fucking whole team on on his finger. He can be like this, that way. Everyone's going that way. So
I
you
get
got to be
that.
a leader. You got to be
I
a
get
player. You
that.
got to be a dog.
I'm only bringing it up because
is
you brought
a
up.
player on a basketball team. There's 15 players on that ball team. Each one of them can fill his position because they want to be in that position. You can't just throw a fucking QB in a QB. Like you can't throw somebody in Shador Sanders' spot. You could throw somebody in Bronny's spot.
No,
So it's
I'm
like,
saying that because you brought up him and his dad. You brought up, he was supposed to play under his daddy. I'm like, bro, that's
yeah, but
not
yo,
what it is.
Barney's never said that. He's not like, I need LeBron to win games.
You're
Like
basically
he's
saying
doing
it's
it in the G
nepotism.
League by
That's a
himself.
fact, though. Nah, Christian's spitting, bro. Let's give it a buck.
yeah.
He's
I'm gonna bring my own 2 cents because number one, this is not like Bronny's going for the 10th pick in the draft or potentially even top 3. Bronny, because of the whole kayak arrest, we're so happy he made out of that. But like because of health issues, he was gonna go like around 60th pick. I don't think I could give a rat's ass what about a second round near last pick in the draft. This is a franchise momentum decision right here. Like, are you gonna put all your banks on obviously Cam Ward, Shador? No one's gonna put their banks on Bronny being a future like star in this league. Like maybe Dalton next
exactly.
because
Listen, there's gonna be a guy on draft night if he's the guy that drafts Shador Sanders and he's asked, he's losing his fucking job.
exactly.
So there's the difference right there. Because Rob Pelinka drafted Bronny, and if Bronny was asked, he wasn't gonna lose his job. So there's the difference right there.
There you go,
bro.
man.
You're
There you
bringing it to the
fucking
draft.
go,
I'm not
bro.
talking about the draft. I'm talking about him and his dad. I'm talking about that relationship right there.
Yeah, Bronny didn't ask to specifically go to the Lakers. Like Bronny has not brought anything onto himself. You could maybe say even LeBron brought because he obviously has more power within the Lakers organization. Bronny hasn't done a damn thing but like try to play basketball and try to make a name off of himself as a really great player off the G League. So it's like, what more can you want from Bronny? He hasn't displayed any attitude. He's been willing to work on the field, no issues, and he has.
So is Travis. I mean, so is Shedeur. But all right.
Shedeur got look like
He got the
confidence.
whole fucking. Oh, look at my wrist! I'm so
Bro, that's
fucking
totally
good, but I
different.
lose
It's
every
confidence,
game.
bro. It's bravado. It's an
losing
entertainment
every
Yo,
sport.
everybody, man, everybody, calm down.
Wow.
Let's wrap this
I
up,
like
man.
this,
Let's wrap
though.
this up,
I
bro.
like that.
Let's wrap this up, man. All right, Amar, take us out, bro.
Yeah, guys. This is a good episode. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to the pod. We'll be back with another episode next week, so make sure y'all tune into that. All right,
All
Josh.
right, y'all. Salute. We out, man. Have a good night.